What's up, boys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm on 2K22 Next Gen for the first time. I'm going to be going through the My Career portion of this game as a center. Don't have an exact plan for this video, but we're just going to play it and we're going to see what we can do. So in past 2Ks, I've always played center. I started doing it because my Wi-Fi was so bad that it was a liability if I had to shoot. In the past, I was a douchebag that would sit under the rim with the 7'3" center, but they started to nerf that a while ago, and I want this player to be more well-rounded and agile. That being said, I was looking to make him bulky, but they took that out of the game this year. Guess 2K doesn't like fat people. Neither do I. So I'm going to have to settle with being a built Andy Sandberg. The appearance I have is one of the presets I found in the game. I wasn't able to upload my face scan, and this is one of the only normal looking white dude presets. I think it's also fair to say my character looks a bit Jewish. Nothing wrong with that. I think I'd be the most marketable player in the league just because of it. I'd have a ton of great nicknames ready. Just call me Jerusalem, Bear Jew, the Big Saver, the Great Hebrew, the Banker, and you know I'd be getting all the ad deals because of it. I mean, Blake Griffin just happened to be sort of white and had curly hair, and he ended up making more money off Kia and Foot Locker ads than his NBA salary. And also, just by making the NBA, I'm gonna be top 3 Jewish basketball players ever. Of course, behind Dolph Shays and Amari Stoudemire. Yeah, true story, Amari's Jewish. Racist scumbags. For my takeovers, I chose Paint Intimidation and Box Out Wall. I'm well aware I play like a hoe. I've had a lot of mean Xbox messages over the years telling me that. There's also a lot of guys out there that have told me they had sexual relations with my mom. I don't know what to believe. But the story mode starts off with you going to your apartment to speak with your manager. He's telling me I need to go across town just to ask people about the G League and college basketball. I have a phone literally in my hand. I don't know why I can't just look this up. So I went and talked to AI about this. I wasn't listening to anything that he was telling me. I'm way more concerned about the ghost in the background riding a skateboard. Seems as if there might be a real ghost problem in this town and nobody's doing anything about it. But after I gained that useless knowledge about college and the G League, I had to come back and speak with my manager.
Daddy, spit it out. Get in his eye. Hey.
I don't know what that was all about, but either way, I'm going to college. The guy who just gave me a 2-minute summary of what college is told me there's a couple cool things there, such as drugs and women, so I'm gonna go see what that's all about. I have 10 schools to choose from. If I win a national championship, I get automatic badges to certain areas of my game depending on which college I go to. I would like to go to Florida because I like their jerseys. They have Disney World, pretty girls, and I heard all their condos are up to code now, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But I don't need an STD or a shooting badge, so that would just be a waste of time. West Virginia would give me 3 defensive rebounding badges and 1 finishing badge, but I'm not trying to give my family members any bright ideas. I've already had one too many uncles try to kiss me on the lips, so that leaves me with UConn. This way I'll get 2 finishing and 2 defensive and rebounding badges. In worst case scenario, I just switch genders and I'm on the best women's team in the country. But I get introduced to my team on tournament selection Sunday, and I gotta say, this isn't the best looking bunch of men, especially the black guys. There seems to be something wrong with their chins. Dude in the middle looks normal, and the one other white guy looks like his upper lip weighs 10 pounds. But we have the 8th seed in the tournament. Our coach was giving us some talk, but I was way more curious about what was going on with the ad-libs in the background.
Yeah, we did it.
Yep. Yeah, all right, guys.
Boys.
All right? Yeah, that's right.
I showed up to practice before my first game. They made me shoot 3-pointers, which was a complete waste of time. So I decided if they're going to waste my time, I'm going to waste everybody else's. This guy wants to work on his free throws, too bad. Got to work on extending my range. Okay, it's getting worse. Thanks, I'll take that. You can go get that. That ought to do. Long, hard day of practice. I had to be ready for the game. We're put into a game against Villanova in March Madness, or in 2K's world, the College National Championship. First play, and I get a pick and roll dunk, but I'm thrown on the ground after a guy elbows me on the top of the head. There might be some German refs out there. But this first game was a warm-up game. It was pretty easy. Every other guy out there was a good 4 inches shorter than me. I wish I could say that outside of basketball. I'm already showing off my deadly post hook. Little green bean suck my peen. Another nice 2-hand dunk out of the pick and roll. But near the end of the first half, and I had 22 points and 9 rebounds, and I was looking to get an assist to add to those totals. Thought I'd pass it up to my small forward for a better shot.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
See, this is why we should practice half-court shots. Try to tell these guys. Nobody wanted to listen. Everybody wanted to shoot layups and free throws. But second half was more the same. This game was a cakewalk, but we ended up winning by 13 points. I had 34 and 12, and in between games, I had 7,000 VC to spend on my attributes. I would buy a ton of VC right now, but they don't allow you to do this until you have an agent. In our next game, we're up against the West Virginia Cousin Lovers. The demigod I'm guarding in this game is Trayshawn Knox. He got me pretty good in the first play. This is the best defender I played in college basketball. The man's got game, but you know what he doesn't have? A nasty post hook, fundamentals, and a father. But we won this game by 11 points. I had 17 and 11. In our third round matchup, we're up against Texas Tech. In this game, the star player is a 7-footer. He's supposed to be a good interior defender and rebounder. Honestly, wasn't impressed with the guy. Didn't know how to box out. Kid has no fundamentals. Also, when I had to guard him, I just ended up double teaming him on the perimeter, so I didn't have to go out there, wait for him to come inside. Problem solved. The man's also not a good teammate. He just doesn't pass it, so why not double team him every play? You know, he just doesn't have the connection like me and my black crimson chins have.
MP throws it up high.
But this game was a blowout from the start. Even got the chance to show off my YMCA dunk package, and I even got the Make-A-Wish kid a basket. We ended up winning by 21 points. I had 26 and 11, but this brings us to the Elite 8, and we did start off down 11 points because my teammates are a bunch of idiots. But in their defense, they're deformed and or have a deadly disease. So I had to crank it up a notch. I was also just bullying number 46 for the entire game. I'm gonna send him to the transfer portal so he can be closer to his family. But this game was close for some of it, but that was just because whenever I'd come out, we were losing the lead. We ended up winning by 10. I had 26 and 17. Just like that, we're in the Final Four. And again, I have another scuffed matchup. The star player guarding me is about 6'7". It was a bit annoying to keep up with him on defense, but I just double teamed him every time. And then when it came to offense, he couldn't stop me in the paint. Again, not a very close game. Neither was the shot.
It's stolen.
I've been telling coach we really need to work on those. But we won by 14. I had 27 and 10. And this brings us to the national championship game. And the star player I'm going up against, you can probably already guess, is Prince Strahan. The guy's also wearing the opposite of my number, 96, so you can already tell this guy fucks. And right out of the gate, I'm already this guy's bitch. He won the tip, got me jumping in the paint. I tried to put up a post hook on him. I just creamed my jeans. It had me rethinking if I even knew the controls to do a post hook. So I went into the controls to study some of the post offense. I also read the Torah while I was at it. And as soon as I did my homework, I was right back at it, getting greens on the post hooks. I got a not very impressive dunk in traffic, but the driving dunk here might have cleared a couple phone books on that. Also, whenever they took out the Prince Strahan dude, it was very easy to score on these guys. But we were up 3 at the half, and we came out playing defense. And by defense, I mean I called for a double team every time Prince touched the ball. Not my fault the guy doesn't want to pass. Again, they took Prince out during some of the key minutes of the game, but I clamped up Prince here on my own. There was nothing they could do out there. They scored 3 points in 8 minutes at this point, and I decided since it's a blowout, I might as well show off some of my handles. Scouts compare my ball handling abilities to those of Michael J. Fox. Not sure if that's a compliment or not. May not be able to dribble, but I can sure as hell post hook. And just like that, I have walked over everybody in college basketball. My manager immediately comes out on the court. This has NCAA violations and lawsuits written all over it. And I take it my team isn't much for celebrating. I'm sure we'll go out for a couple drinks later, play some horse polo, maybe try some ketamine. Who knows? We'll just have to see where the night goes. But now that I'm done with college, I can spend money in the game. I bought 200,000 VC. I spent 125,000 of that on attributes. I spent 6,300 at the NBA store just so I could look like this. I mean, if I'm gonna look Jewish, I might as well run with it. My quads look great. I can actually see now. I'm sure I'd get a sports yarmulke deal real quick too, but I ended up spending another 30,000 VC just on my clothes and shoes. For my streetwear, I was kind of going for a Sidney Dean look from White Man Can't Jump, but honestly, I just didn't want to be wearing sleeves, so I could go do this. I think it looks pretty good. This guy sure believes so. He's even advertising it to the whole city for me. All I had to do to get him to do that was a little favor around the alleyway. It's pretty easy to get what you want in life when you have a superpower like the softness of my mouth. I was also told I should get a fire neck tattoo, so I went ahead and got one of those as well. But I'm back with my manager, who doesn't seem to be concerned with my new tattoos and the fact that I'm now the cheapest prostitute in the whole city. But he told me I had to choose between the 2 agencies before draft night. The first group I visited are the 2 girls from last year. I wanted to sign with them because they have higher payouts, but the pitch they gave me,
Any idea how many female heads of sports agencies there are?
I'm good. No.
Nah.
Well, it's been great getting to know you too.
We got a deal, man.
That's what's up.
So I did what I had to do there, and now I'm ready for the NBA draft process. My manager told me that I can attend the combine if I want to. I chose not to because he said I'm already a lottery pick. And to be honest, I don't want to be the #1 overall pick because I don't want to play for the Detroit Pistons.
The first pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select MP.
Well, I'm gonna go fuck myself. I guess it's time my character goes and starts a drug addiction to fit in with the rest of the city. Maybe stop paying my bills, start living on street corners. We'll see what happens. And I don't know how I'm gonna pretend like I like the Detroit Lions. But on the bright side, I have Cade Cunningham there. But I bet this 2K will allow me to start enough off-the-court problems that if I want to be traded away, I bet I can hurry that process up real quick. But that's gonna be a good stopping point for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if I'll do more of these videos in the future. I have a lot of 2K22 video ideas planned out. I don't know if I'll do another video like this or continue this career. If you want me to, let me know. If you guys want me to jump off a tall building, let me know. I'll consider both options and I'll get back to you on it. Don't be afraid to subscribe. You'd be supporting a terrible cause. I have a terrible upload schedule and I'm not a good role model. But alright boys, I'm fucking tired. It's about 5 in the morning. If I get this posted today on 9/11, that means it'll be sunrise by the time I'm done editing. By the time I post this, I'm gonna be sound asleep, so make sure you blow me a goodnight kiss. But I love you guys and I will see you in the next one.